Right?
And we're back. This time we're here with Nigel Carrington, the man, the myth, the legend.
All that.
Nigel, before we have you talk, I have to ask you where you're from so people understand that smooth accent that you have.
Oh my God, this guy is crazy. People out there, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. It's on the southwest side of the Caribbean, right? It's like the last island of the chain.
I'm glad you explained that too, because people don't understand here. Anything that's not in America, they're like, oh man.
I don't know.
Now you're nice balmy buffalo.
I was watching what was Family Feud, I believe it was the other day, and then he said something about what's the nicest beach in the world or something like that. Somebody said Florida.
Wow.
You know.
That's a small worldview right there.
Yeah, you know.
Wow.
You know?
So let me ask you a question. How long have you been here in the U.S.?
Reiterate on that. I mean, to go off. I've been here since 2001. I came a couple months after the World Trade Center fell.
Wow.
And that was crazy because I was like looking at it from Trinidad and I was like, I don't want to go no more. Yeah.
No, it's a good point. Crazy, I mean, anybody who looks in on the things that happen here, it's a different perspective. You know, it's a different worldview. I'm going to ask you to explain a little bit about what you do. We know you're an artist, but what are some of the projects that you have, some of the comics that you have?
All right. My main flagship title for my independent publishing company, local company that, you know, is local to upstate New York. Right, it's called Ant Hill.
It's Ant Hill, because I don't want you to think with his accent it's Ant Hill, and then you try to find it, and then you can't find it. It's Ant Hill.
Ant Hill. There you go. All right. It's a science fiction novel based on this kid who was part of a government experiment, and they fuse ants to his skin, and he breathes fire and spit ants out his fingertips, and
what's that?
You know, do cool stuff. Yeah. You know, his antennas is like swords, and it's attached to the top of his head, and it's crazy stuff, you know.
I would check that out even if I didn't know you and didn't love it, because that just sounds insane.
Yeah, it's
so you've got insane. The comic, the published comic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else?
I got Prince. I draw mainstream characters that people are familiar with.
Ninja Turtles,
Ninja
Superman.
Turtles tend to be, you know, a hot seller for me for some reason. You know, I posted it up on Facebook, and everybody was like, "Oh, who did that?"
Because they're awesome. That's why.
Awesome. Yeah, sweet. You know, and you know what? When I did Ninja Turtles, I put like a little hint of the movie in there.
Yep.
You know?
They're more modern.
Like,
They're definitely not the 80s.
So like,
they're more influenced.
You know, my Raphael, he got like the whole do-rag thing, and then Michelangelo got the little bead chain from in the movie, and Donatello got a little stealth headset, you know, on his head.
So
and
you
stuff
keep it
like
fresh.
So,
so
try to keep
the
it
one
fresh.
thing I really like about your art is that, I guess, modern take on the characters. Yeah. Were you professionally taught?
Well, I started doing art. I have like this whole interview that I did with this guy, and you know, I started tracing when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my grandfather was like a architect, and my mom was she used to do paintings and stuff like that. You know, so it kind of, you know, being younger, seeing that stuff, you know, made me
fueled your creative.
Get into more into art and stuff like that.
You know, it's funny. I don't want to interrupt, but
go ahead,
we just had Darius on. He said the same thing, and I can tell you for myself, I do a little. I draw stick figures, but my grandfather drew. My grandma. So I really feel like that. Not only watching it, but it's in your blood. Some people just have it in their blood. Yeah. You know,
it's not my blood.
No,
awful.
So what you got in your blood? Let's.
Yeah. We never have you talk. We never put you on the spot. What
my blood? Just sports. I just play
and
hockey.
Drinking.
No, I don't drink that much.
Drinking, yeah, that sounds good.
Give me a bad rap there, Howard.
I don't know him, but he looks like you might be spot on.
Yeah.
No, I get down on my day. Nah, man, you know, I drink. I tie one on here and there. I like my beer, but mostly just, you know, playing hockey and podcasting and enjoying a beer, and I'm done.
All right. So I'm gonna go back to you. So you have the Anthill.
2% skim milk, but no, it's kidding. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you have Ant Hill. Yeah. You have the independent sketches and drawings you do. Are you also trying to do an animated project?
Oh yeah. Look at this guy.
I know a lot about you.
There you go. There you go. Thank you for bringing that up. Soon I want to start a animation project where, you know, I'll go on Kickstarter and you know, I did this little animated short like in 2011, and we're gonna add on to it, and then we're gonna just spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Yeah, I mean, tell the people how they can find you. Give us some sites, websites, things like that.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. Just type my name, Nigel Carrington.
Yeah,
in there.
Nigel Carrington.
All right. I hope you understand my accent. That's Nigel, N-I-G-E-L.
Before, I don't want hate mail from people from Trinidad.
All right.
Actually, I followed you. I found you on Twitter last night. I followed you.
Oh yeah, sweet, nice.
Well,
I was like, who the hell is this strange guy just like popped up on my Twitter?
Your art is unbelievable, and then I'm gonna take one more opportunity
Yeah.
to say the reason that you're here is because you're a good dude. Because Corin Kaiser Stone bailed on me at the very last moment, so it was nice that you and Darius really took time out of your day to come. You know, kids are really digging the art.
Yeah.
People who are coming here, adults are really digging the art,
Yeah.
and you really saved me, man. You really dug me out of a tight spot. So,
Yeah,
is there
definitely.
anything else you'd like to say?
I need as much promotion as I could get.
We all do.
Anybody that want me to show up at a comic book store, just hit me up via the same
He
links.
does modeling too. You can't
Yeah.
tell on the podcast, but small.
Oh yeah, I
or
did.
a smooth, tall guy. So if you need somebody to model, you need somebody to draw you pictures. I mean, he's your guy. So.
Man, this guy is funny. You should be a comedian,
Thanks,
bro. I'm
man.
telling you.
Well,
I told you that already.
I save my best stuff for when we're off the mic, though. So,
Yeah.
anything you want to add?
Just no, hold on before you go. www.anthillcomic.com. All right, I just wanted to put that in there. Yeah, again, Ant Hill.
It really is a sweet comic. And he actually has a statue that he had 3D printed.
Yeah.
They'll go into mass production, if things pick up. But it's very cool, man. We'll have to put up a picture.
Sounds like a really cool comic book. I'm going to check it out before I leave.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Remember
Thank
to
you
come
so
out
much.
to 1811 Comics. Remember to come out to Sweet Jenny's in the Mill. And
This is really cool place just to wander because I was hanging out waiting for you, when I got here, and I must take about 10 laps around your store, and every time I found something else to look at.
Always something different.
Yeah. And it's original name too.
1811 Comics.
Yeah.
The building was built in 1811. I know we touched on a little last time, but people tuning in this time might not have learned. The building, is one of the oldest commercial structures in this part of Western New York, especially still in use. There's 3 buildings on the site itself. So we're in the main mill building where we have the ice cream and chocolate retail. We'll have the kitchen where you can watch us make chocolate and ice cream.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, and on the second floor we have 1811 Comics, and so named because the building was built then, and so it's on the seal for the village. So, it's pretty smart advertising.
It's better than
nowhere else in America, I guarantee you could get comics and ice cream and chocolate in the same building.
delicious.
I don't know that for sure, but there's nowhere else that you
That
can
I
get
know
our
of.
ice cream, our chocolate, and comic books. But
That I know of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I gotta
and
come
probably
because it's so
Trinidad
original.
either, so nowhere in
Yeah.
America or Trinidad.
Then you can check out the really cool views of Glen Falls.
Yeah,
right
you
out
can
the
see
window.
Glens Falls. Glen Park is right behind us, and Williamsville is just a great place. Don't let it scare you. We're not bougie. We're not snobby. Come on out. 56 East Spring Street in the Village, and that's it for today. We're gonna keep this brief, but it was great to talk to those guys.
Yeah, and it was good to talk to you guys too, man. Like, this is the first podcast I ever did. I feel comfortable. Like, I know you guys, and
Thanks a lot for doing it, man.
It's my second, so I feel like I'm a professional.
Your third.
That's my third. That's right. I did yours because you talk a little bit about your other 2 podcasts real quick.
Well, I also produce a sports podcast called the 716 Sports Podcast. Real original there. Thought long and hard about that name, but we just try to give everyone an alternative sports fix. And then I also do a podcast all about Buffalo called What's Going On in Buffalo, and we have a lot of cool guests on from you.
Yeah, we were on about politics and our shops and business and Western New York. Yeah, so you're right. It's my 3rd podcast ever.
Oh yeah, wow.
I'm an old hand.
You're a veteran.
Well, that's it for me, man.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Sure, let's get you.